Hello, I am here with Kim, the lovely mother of Kyle, aka Rack Attack. Sorry, I just giggled because somebody slipped in my peripheral vision. They're fine, I think. I just. But yeah, obviously a very, very busy and exciting weekend for you. What were you? First question is, so when did you find out about Rack and the rest of students of the game being signed by NRG to become the new Shock?
I don't know if I'm at liberty to say. Am I supposed to hold this? Um, I really just only found out a couple days ago before we left because he is a very tight-lipped man, and I don't know if he was supposed to tell people or just didn't want to tell me because he was afraid I was going to tweet about it or something like that. So it was, I knew coming in to this, but not that much earlier.
Yeah.
Am I doing this right?
Yeah. It's just it has some range, but not like a ton of range. Yeah. And so, were you aware of how they were going to do like the bait and switch, or was that a surprise?
Kind of. I knew they were going to do something. I knew they were going to wear the robes because he was like, "How do you measure? Where's my robe from high school?" And so I was like, I know something was going to happen, but I thought they were going to open up and it would be the SOG jerseys. So I wasn't sure of the third element. So
Was that his actual graduation robe from high school?
that
or?
one was not.
Okay.
No, because I think
really
it was
funny
white.
if
His was white, so
okay.
it wouldn't have gone. So yeah.
So I know, like obviously having kind of been following what your son's been doing, you probably like are aware of Shock and like what they kind of represent as a brand and as a team within the Overwatch scene. Was that kind of like weighing on you at all as you were going into this weekend of like that those expectations and like that sort of significance?
We were just super excited that he had a sponsors, an organization. I mean, they had been going rogue, like just five kids just doing it on their own and finding friends online that could help out. And I don't know that we were just super thrilled that he got an org, really. So I don't know that I was excited to find out that it was NRG because they're huge. So I don't really know how to answer that. I think is that it? I guess we were thrilled. Yeah, because I mean it was touch and go. You know, they were just kind of winging it, and they were asking us, oh, can we get coupons for things to buy like Crocs or something like that? So it's like, and Kyle used to play for Eternal, and they had no sponsors, and they had a little bit. They had their jerseys, and when they were in the apartments here in Dallas, that was great. But then when they came home, they had nothing. So now to be back by a big place is awesome.
So I'm actually curious about this. So what was it like for you as a parent having your kid like living at home with you while sort of doing this professional esports thing where he's obviously with you, but I imagine like is kind of probably spending like a lot of time in his room doing this. Like, how did that feel?
I loved it. If I'm alive, I don't know if he loved it, but it was great. I mean, I loved that he was just upstairs, even though we couldn't hang out with him that much if he's streaming. Although we pop in once in a while, give him some food. But when it was game time, when he was with Eternal, we weren't allowed in there. Everyone had to get off the Wi-Fi, and I'll be, just made sure that the Wi-Fi was cranked way up, or I think he's hardwired in. I don't, it is Wi-Fi, but whatever it was, it was great. I really liked it, and I don't know if he likes it. I think he likes it. He likes that I was cooking food for him and stuff like that. So, yeah, it's been weird, but awesome.
Yeah. And was there like a point in Rack's like esports journey where there was some sort of threshold kind of that was passed, if that makes sense, that changed your perspective on it? Because I imagine that the initial response to somebody saying, I want to play video games professionally for a living is what? Right. But then something probably shifts at some point. So like what was that point for you?
Well, he was a lacrosse/football kid. We're traditional sports through and through. And I think it was when he was a junior or maybe a sophomore. He was doing both. He was kind of trying to get into contenders. And we went to Philly to the big the big one there. In
2019.
Yeah, 2019. It was huge. It was awesome. And then all of a sudden we're like, oh, okay, that's something real. But I don't remember if it was before or just after. But my daughter Nikki and Ryan, my other son, they laid into us. They're like, she even threatened to move out of the house if we didn't let them quit football and do esports. And she was the biggest catalyst. I really think that the siblings made us see, no, this is a real thing.
So obviously, in addition to Philly, I know you were in Toronto last year. You've been to a couple of these LAN events. Like, which has been your favorite? Not even necessarily even kind of putting the gameplay aside, but just in terms of like atmosphere, location, stuff like that.
Well, of course, I love the Anaheim one because I'm a Disney fan. Huge, huge, huge. And that was my favorite. And I loved it because it was all Overwatch. And everybody there was from the community. And, you know, it was when we first saw, okay, he is someone wants his autograph. And it was just exciting and to be part of it. And so I would say that Anaheim one, I don't remember which year it was, 2 years back, was probably that was my favorite since. And Toronto was great too. And this is fun, but it's weird.
It's different.
Yeah, I'm not used to all the other extra things, but it's been great.
Yeah. This is something I've always been curious about, but like obviously there are, well, I assume so that every other, young person who's here competing on stage, they have, parents, right? Do esports parents like talk to each other? Do you have like, group chats where you discuss like, different common problems that you have and kind of ways to address that or things like that?
I know a couple of moms. I just met Infected's mom and dad yesterday. And so we just got our text. But no, honestly, I think there was one mom, Tree's mom, do you know Tree? Elliot, I think I'm allowed to say his name. And so I'm in communication with his mom, but we had already been in the scene. And so we kind of bounce things back and forth on each other, but not a heck of a lot. It's just kind of we're a traditional sport family. My husband's a huge sports person. He had his Celtics jersey here. And so it was a fight to get him over into esports mentality. But I do feel bad though, because I guess there's like seminars on how to deal with your kid being in esports, and it's like called COPE, I think. Which, I don't know what it stands for, but I thought like,
probably coalition,
like how to like accept the fact that your child wants to be in esports. I'm like, why would you? I'm like, I'm thrilled, but I understand. And I mean, we had people in town where the parents of his friends, someone like threw their Xbox out the window, or they like take doors off their bedroom doors, and they just don't want them. They just want the traditional, go to college, do this, and blah blah blah. And so, but I don't know. And my mom was a big gamer, and I used to go to science fiction conventions with her.
Nice.
So I'm used to the whole con kind of thing, and so it's kind of like the two worlds blending together. And so the kids, they're into it too.
Yeah. So you and Rack's dad both have kind of different things about your background that kind of give you lenses to which to view this. Yeah.
He's the traditional sport, and I like the fringe. I like the East. Like I like exactly. This is it. It's perfect, and that's what Kyle is. He's the perfect combination of the art and the sport. I think
that is a really, really cool way of putting it. That's like that's really, really cool. Oh, last question I have is a little silly, but so have you ever played Overwatch? Have you ever tried it?
No.
I feel like after all this, like, do you want to give it a try at some point just to like see what all the fuss is about?
I don't know. I played Fortnite once and I just hid in a bush, so I'm really not good at the video games.
You could you could play Sombra. She does a lot of hiding.
I'm scared. It's like I think I'm better at like a first person thing. It's like trying to like the team. I'm not good at team mentality where my husband is, and so I would be horrible at it. But my husband, I think, really needs to do it because he tries so hard to figure out what's going on. But he's been told that he should play because that will help him understand better.
I think I remember Rack Attack once saying that he like tried explaining Overwatch in football terms
Yeah.
to his dad.
Yeah. That worked.
So-
And then but he sits there in front of the TV, with his arms crossed. He's trying to figure. He's like, "What's going on? What's going on?" But yeah, so I think he should play. I just am a fan, and I don't know what's going on in real sports either. So I'm just here for him.
Yeah.
Obviously, and I have to.
'Cause, do you
Whether he likes it
do
or
you
not.
do you ever? Well, honestly, I would ask. Do you ever get worried that he gets embarrassed by you? But honestly, I think that who cares?
I'm lucky. He lets me gush over him, but I do run it by him. Like I would never have
Right.
printed this up, and well, maybe I would. I don't know. It depends. But he's such a sweetheart that he knows I wouldn't do anything too horrible.
Well, clearly he is because he has so many fans here. Thank you so much for chatting with me. This is an interview that I'm really glad we got to do. I appreciate it so much, and obvious best wishes with the rest of you and your family's journey through this increasingly crazy world of Overwatch esports.
I love it. I just hope it grows. I am so excited. I'm so excited for it to continue and hopefully get back to the way it used to be.
Thank you so much.